The Afghan security forces have launched a series of airstrikes on Taliban hideouts of its territory. The attack has killed up to 55 Taliban terrorists. Newsweek South Asia has a report.
Taliban terrorists in Afghanistan witnessed the most dreadful air attacks by Afghani forces this week. At least 55 militants have been killed in the series of airstrikes carried out by Afghan security forces. The military aircraft had hit Taliban hideouts in Aryub-Zazai district of the eastern Paktia province, which killed at least 13 insurgents. It is reported that at least 20 Afghan civilians were also killed in an air raid targeting a Taliban commander in Afghanistan's eastern province of Kunar. The drone strikes had also destroyed a vehicle belonging to the Taliban and had badly damaged their bunkers.
Having a peaceful Afghanistan, it is very important that the Taliban is neutralized or brought down to the negotiating table, because without the participation of the Taliban, lasting peace would not be achievable in Afghanistan, and that all the forces, the United States, the NATO forces and others have also realized this. But on the other hand, apart from trying to get the Taliban to the negotiating table, the NATO forces and America, they have kept up their tempo of having airstrikes through their drones and neutralizing and eliminating all the important Taliban leaders who are around there. And similarly, in this context, they have had a very good, successful, I would say, December month, where they have been able to get a lot of these people, the top Taliban leadership, eliminated.
The third week of December brought a good success rate to Afghanistan security forces because this week itself 6 Taliban militants were killed in air shelling. The air attacks were carried out in the Daulatabad district of Northern Faryab province. The dead militants also included Mullah Rasool, who is a Taliban shadow judge for the troubled Faryab province. In addition to these attacks, the Afghan security forces backed by aircraft have also targeted Taliban hideouts in Mewan district of the southern Kandahar province, killing up to 36 insurgents.
The biggest success has been in this December only, through the airstrikes and their drone strikes, where they have been able to eliminate a large number of these Taliban leaders. Now, the problem is that till this time, the Taliban leaders are not, these who are the hardliners are not eliminated, the others will not come down to the negotiating table. So it is a catch-22 situation for America, NATO and others, that either you eliminate those people, then the Taliban will come to the negotiating table. If you cannot eliminate the senior leadership, the junior leadership will not be able to come. So therefore, it is an all-out war against these people to have them eliminated at the earliest.
While the Taliban terrorists were being killed in Afghanistan, a simultaneous bilateral meeting was being held in Abu Dhabi between the US and Taliban officials. The meeting was aimed at bringing peace to Afghanistan. There were 2 proposals supporting this goal of the meeting. One was to implement a ceasefire in Afghanistan for 6 months at least. The other proposal mentioned the withdrawal of foreign troops from Afghanistan in the near future. However, the report says that the Taliban negotiators were resisting the ceasefire proposal. The reason being they felt it would damage their cause and help US and Afghan forces. It is indeed necessary to bring peace in Afghanistan because the sufferers of this bitter war are the innocent civilians of the country. The role of Pakistan in these attacks cannot be ignored as it continues to provide support to terror groups active in Afghanistan. These terror outfits, which have been causing mayhem in the state of Afghanistan, have a strong connection with neighboring Pakistan. Pakistan has been accused by the Afghan authorities for being the provider of resources, training and weapons to carry out attacks to destabilize Afghanistan.
The Russian forces, once they were driven out, the Americans and the NATO forces now had to fight the Taliban. Now, Taliban was created by Pakistan, by the ISI, and Hamid Gul is their creator, because he was the leader, he was the commander of ISI at that time. And now their complete support, men, material, money is through Pakistan. Pakistan is not ready to let the Taliban go, and, and tell them that you sit down on the negotiating table so that peace is brought there, because Pakistan wants a larger role for itself, and also it wants to milk America of all the money that it can.
Afghan government has intensified air attacks recently, and according to various security reports, the airstrikes, especially overnight operations, have proved effective in defeating the anti-government militants. The airstrikes are majorly targeting several senior Taliban commanders and are backed by the US advisors and air power. Afghanistan has been a long-standing battleground between the USA and the Taliban terrorists since 2001 and is eagerly looking forward to a brighter future in the upcoming days.